This conference will now be recorded.
Question number 1. Who is having responsibility for the protection of workers, the public and the environment from accidental chemical release under the process of safety management PSM standard? So this is OSHA. OSHA is having responsibility for the protection of workers, public and the environment from accidental chemical release. So this is OSHA responsibility. And what is EPA, Environmental Protection Authority? EPA is like here is who is having responsibility for the protection of general public. And the first question is the worker. They have mentioned here is worker, but here is the difference between EPA and OSHA is they are mentioning general public. And the environment from accidental chemical release and promulgated the risk management program RMP. So EPA is having responsibility for the protection of general public and environmental from accidental chemical release. And OSHA is having responsibility for the protection of workers and public and the environment from accidental chemical release. So this is the difference between OSHA and EPA. What is RMP?
What is the EPA? EPA, what is this? Emergency prevention action?
It is Environmental Protection Authority.
I understand it. Okay.
Environmental Protection Authority.
Okay.
Okay. So anyone having any question?
No, not yet.
Okay. What is RMP? RMP is a risk management program. Ensure that the public will be properly informed in chemical risk in their communities. And the federal, state, and the local regulation will have more effective tool to assist lowering the chemical accident. This is RMP is the rule of EPA. They're what they are doing, okay? They're informing about the chemical risk, okay? They are informing communities about the chemical risk. So this is a RMP. This I already explained you. This one is a risk management program. So this is EPA. This risk management program is from EPA. So they are informing communities about the risk of chemical release. The third question is what rule employer has to follow, PSM or RMP? PSM means process safety management. This is from OSHA, and RMP rule is from EPA. So like there two bodies are there. One is OSHA and the other one is EPA. So the company should have to follow OSHA or either RMP. So employer has to follow both rules. Process safety management and risk management program, PSM and RMP, as both regulate toxic, reactive and flammable substance with many substances listed in both rules. Like the employer has to follow both, okay? Like they are both rules are interrelated with each other. So one is Environmental Protection Authority, EPA, and the other one is OSHA. Is PSM and RMP rules are similar? There are a lot of similarities, but two are very much different. Some aspect how they are similar, but there is also some variations are there. So what is threshold quantities? Threshold quantities refer to the amount of toxic substance that if released could cause serious danger as a result of exposure of 1 hour or less. Any those substance, okay, that producing, okay, danger, okay, when it released within 1 hour, okay, that is called threshold quantities. Like threshold quantities refer the amount of toxic substance that if released could cause serious danger as a result of exposure of 1 hour or less. Like within any substance that produce serious danger within 1 hour, so these are called threshold quantities. What is OC?
Abdul Latif bhai, if we go back to the previous question, the rules of employer has follow the PSM. Basically, you mentioned that the risk management program RPM is given by the EPA. So we can say that the PSM is given by the OSHA.
Yeah, exactly. PSM is from OSHA and RMP is from EPA. It is clearly, it is this here in the first question when you are asking process safety, when you come to see process safety management standard, okay? So this is from
Process safety management, it is OSHA 1910 119. Okay, there is a code of the process safety management, and it is required in the blueprint of ASB, and also it is required it have I think essential 14 items. The items of management change also required in the blueprint of ASB, but both of them in the domain of the management.
So can I proceed further, or anybody can add some from their side?
Yes, you can.
What is OCA? OCA, upside consequence analysis, consists of worst case release scenario and alternative release scenario. OCA is required from the facility with chemical above threshold quantities. Like what we say that OCA stand for upside consequence analysis. So OCA is required from any facility, like any facility they are having any quantities, okay, like they are having chemicals, okay, above their threshold quantities. So they have required OCA, like the worst case release scenario and alternative release scenario. Like what it will happen, okay, they should be having OCA if the worst case it happen, and what it will be the alternation for that case. So every organization should be prepared. What I understand from these points, okay, I said this one from Google, okay. So any organization they are keeping that one is threshold quantities, any chemicals, okay. So they have to understand, okay, that what can be happen with them in the worst case, and they have to be prepared for alternatives. So if anybody can add from their side, or can put some more explanation, so it will be good.
So what is the difference between this one and the safety data sheet for this chemical?
Sorry?
Between OCA, off-site sequences analysis, and the safety data sheet. Off-site means this already prepared and you know all of the details of these chemicals before it comes to the site or from the suppliers. Okay?
Okay.
And the safety data sheet also have the same thing. If the safety data sheet is a part of the OCA,
Yeah, well, Muhammad, actually, I have no idea if any other participant, okay, that he can explain it, so it will be better. Your question?
data sheet, SMDS, is part of OCA or not?
Muhammad, this OCA is just a type of analysis only, and this MSDS, material safety data sheet, it have specific 16 type of information, and I think you know how much, what type of information the product name and flammability, reactivity, etc., etc., etc. I think this is only the analysis which give you the the consequences are the bad scenarios only. The offside consequences analysis, it gives you only the consequences. MSDS, they give you the information of reactivity, flammability, and let's suppose if there's any release, what to do, how to dispose that information of the you can say the manufacturer, etc., etc.
Actually, what I see, what is written here about OCA,
Yeah, Muhammad,
it is included also in safety data sheet. That means if I don't have safety data sheet, I have to go for OCA or what?
Muhammad, yeah, if you can put this on the next question, it is already explained. OCA is a requirement for EPA. OSHA does not require any OCA. This is the next question I'm going to explain. Okay. You got my this OCA is only for EPA, and OSHA doesn't require OCA.
Yes.
Clear? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, what is difference between OSHA and EPA? So OSHA require no report.
Sorry, Abdul, sorry for interruption. One thing is that the OCA is performed by the organization itself of about its facilities to check the offsite consequences analysis.
No, this is EPA is Organization Environmental Protection Authority, and they're having this one is some policies and rules. So this OCA is one of the EPA rules and policy.
Okay.
Clear? Okay.
Yeah,
So
maybe
what
this
is
will.
yeah? So what is the
Okay.
difference between OSHA and EPA? So OSHA require no reporting of the facilities, like and EPA require facility to submit their risk management plan. Like for any organization, facility means any company, organization, or anything. So for according to the OSHA, they have no need, okay, to submit the process safety management PSM process safety management program. Okay, they have to submit. So OSHA actually they have no requirement, but for EPA, that each and every organization facility means any organization, company, or anything, okay, they're required to submit their risk management plan. So this is one of the difference. The second difference is there that EPA rules off-site consequence analysis OCA required for each covered process in order to determine the facility worst case release scenario and the alternative release scenario. In OSHA, they don't require any OCA, but this is only for EPA, so that each organization they have to submit their report, okay, that they have to mention worst release scenario and their alternative release scenario. So I believe everybody is clear now, right? Or anyone is having question?
Yes, yes, right, right.
How to determine the process is covered under RMP or PSM? RMP is actually EPA rules, okay, and PSM is OSHA rules. So they are asking, okay, how to determine that anything is covered under RMP rule or PSM rule. So determine the determine this one word, the quantity in the process and compare. Okay,
Quantity.
determine the quantity in the process and compare that to the threshold quantities. For example, a facility that uses 1 ton chlorine cylinder would be covered by OSHA PSM rule, but would not be covered by EPA RMP rule, because OSHA threshold is 2,500 pounds and EPA threshold is 1 minute. This one is I have to take it. Little bit confusion is there. The rule, because OSHA threshold is 2,500 and EPA threshold is about 2,500 or something. 1 minute, I have to check it. This one chlorine is 15. 1 minute, I have to clarify, rectified it here. Yeah. So how to determine the process? Are you able to hear me? Listen me?
Yes.
Yeah. How to determine the process covered under RMP or PSM rule? To determine the quantity in process and compare that the threshold quantities, for example, the facility that use 1 ton chlorine cylinder would be covered by OSHA PSM rule, but would not be covered by EFA rule, because OSHA threshold is 1500 pounds and EFA threshold is 2500 pounds. Clear? Like for EPA is having their own threshold quantities. For like for chlorine, EPA is having 2500 pounds threshold, and OSHA is having 1500 pounds threshold for chlorine. So this is the main difference is there. Like if anything is below that 1500, okay, like under 1500, so it will be in OSHA. Like any quantities below
1500. I am checking now the standard, it is required 1500.
Yes.
For chlorine. Yes, it is with me now. It is 15 about the chlorine. Yes, 1500 and various number is 7782-50-5.
Yes.
But chlorine dioxide, it is required 1000 only.
But
it's possible to remember all of this because it is very huge schedules. Very huge schedules about the requirement for OSHA to be included inside the PMS.
Yes. So for the OSHA is PSM rule is chlorine is 1500, and under EFA RMP rules it is 2500 pounds. So this is the difference. Like if any process cover under like any process having 1500 pounds, what I understood from this question, so it will be in PSM rule. In above than 1500 to up to 2500, so it will come in PSM rules. Ishfaq, you want to add something?
Yes, sir, you can continue now.
Yeah, this is, I think this is the last.
One thing is more. If we're talking about the chlorine exposure threshold limits, the management plan RMP for the sites where chlorine exceeds 2500 pounds in a single. So it means that if the chlorine exceeds from 25 pounds in a single unit, then the management plan RPM is we can say that is activated, or it will be provided, I think.
I think so.
One thing I wanted to just add it. If the chlorine already exposures about 2500 pounds, so for the unit, I think it should be included for the two program, for environmental protection plan and OSHA also. But if it is less than 2,500 pounds for per units, and still more than 1,500, it will be included for OSHA only, BMS. Okay, but if it is less than 1,500, I think it will not be included for OSHA or for BMS program or for environmental protection plan. So I think if it is more than 2,500, you should apply the two measures, process safety management and environmental protection plan also, or environmental protection actions.
Yes.
Yes, Imran Aslam time. This is covered. What was the question? Okay, it is covered. Okay, it was from span 2017. Question number 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, and Mohammed and Ishfaq bhai, we already discussed about that. We have to conclude the domain 4 and the remaining span questions which other participants not coming and the question are assigned to him, they are not coming today. So is it possible that we will open the span 19 and domain 4 and discuss the remaining questions that are assigned to the other participants? So the way we will conclude this, or another option is that if anybody present the any topic and just like yesterday Muhammad Ishfaq delivered about the alarm system. So if anybody then we will conclude this domain four fire and protection section.
How many questions remaining in domain 4?
Because I have written in somewhere that the other participants not that are assigned are not coming today. I think there are 6 to 7 questions that are demanding for some explanation, and the participants are not coming who are explaining to them. So it is appropriate if we open the span and Mohammed, if you open the span 19 and I am giving you the number of questions, then we will discuss it one by one so that we will conclude it.
Which number?
Yes, I think this
Okay.
can we revise our question also? Just
From
to remind.
from quiz, yes, from
Yeah.
quiz 1 there are one question number 3, 14, 18, and from quiz 2 there are question number 12, 17, 18, and 6. So we will go for the first we will go for quiz 1, domain 4.
Okay. Aslam, you want me to explain this ergonomics, the today one? Can we go for this one?
Okay, but you are right. But I think all of the participants will submit tomorrow. So tomorrow is the time. So Mr. Jawad and other participants will also come. So the full-fledged session for the ergonomics, I think it is my opinion. And rest of the participants, I don't know. Mr. Muhammad and Ishfaq will say about this.
Ishfaq, can we go through this one or we can wait for tomorrow?
I think today we will just remind our questions, and the remaining questions we will discuss. If we know the answers, okay. If we don't know, we will just remind our session, because we split all the answers to some questions. But still, we did not study the span. We need to study that. There, from that question, we need to know, because in the exam there will be some question which is same like the span. But we did not, open the span. We just split the answer, but still the information is spreaded.
Yes, you are right.
We'll open the question. Which remaining? 7 question remaining?
Yes, there are the assigned questions to the somebody who are not explaining it. So these questions are remaining, and we didn't touch yet. So there are 6 to 7 questions.
Let's speaking about this question. If 7 question and we are 4 persons, so everyone have 2 questions, no problem. Okay.
So okay.
If no problem, let's start 2 questions by 2 questions. But I prefer do not to present the document here in the screen to avoid any problem with new safety Newton. So everyone, you can mute or you can remove sharing the screens, and everyone he will open the questions and discuss two questions.
Okay, you are right. So I'm starting from, but I think the screen is with Mr. Latif. So have you opened the span 19?
Span
I will.
19.
You
You
have.
don't need to show
Imran,
this.
Abdul Latif, yes, you have span 19, which
let
Muhammad
me
already
check it.
shared.
But if you take it, okay, I have to go without for some 10 minutes. I will be moving out, okay, so that it will be problem. Okay, I have some urgency, but if you want me, I can start it. If you
Okay.
take it, what is called, okay, like.
Okay, say Safety
If
Newton
you
may
become presenter, so it will be much better.
make me a presenter, so I will present.
I will be moving out for 10 minutes, okay.
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 So the question number 7 uh, is the screen is clear for everybody? Hello, is the screen is clear for everybody?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
But I
Okay,
think question number 7, I already explained it yesterday.
the storage using inside the storage rooms.
Yes, yes. I give around if you, I already shared what I gave yesterday. I give around the 4 questions in this question, and the answer number 7.
Okay. Have you discussed the question number 8? Note.
8, which is no, but yes, I didn't answer the question number 8, but I don't know if somebody answered or not.
Yes, yeah, it is assigned to somebody who is not present here. So basically, the basic overcurrent devices are a fuse and a circuit breakers. The question is about that. It is about that.
Here there is a question.
It is
Is
about
Question?
that.
and
And
Yes.
current
Yeah, this
device.
was my question. I think I forgot this.
okay. Then you can explain it in your words. The question is
Our
here.
current
Yes.
devices are best defined as, electrical capacitor, step-up transformer. Now I will just explain one by one. What is, because this is important. Sometimes
Yes.
it will just like it's not. It doesn't mean that in the exam our current will be mentioned. We need to know all about this. Electrical capacitors are some electrical devices in which there are two type of plates. Okay, one plates have
positive charge and one plates have negative charges. You need to transfer all the electron from one plate to another through some type of energy. You will give, energy to that capacitor. So the charges from one plate, you can say anode or cathode, it will come to another plate. So it will store their charges. Once you need energy, you need to complete the circuit by some type of resistance like bulb, AC, etc. Anything. So it will give you the energy. The electron from one plate will transfer to another and it have energy. It will lose the energy in the resistance and it will go to the another plate which is de-energized. So there is a high potential difference between the two plates. We are using the capacitor and the wiper system of our vehicles at charging and discharging. When it's charged, the wiper go upside. When it discharge, it go downside. Okay, so the electrons are moved from one plate to another plate. Another type of capacitor, you can say that we are using in the batteries. This DC batteries in the cars. This is also there is capacitor plates inside. Okay, so this is capacitor. And capacitor will give you DC energy anytime. It will give you DC energy. There is no AC energy in the capacitors. That's clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Step-up transformer. There are two types of transformer. One is step-up transformer. One is step-down transformer. Step-up transformer is using to increase the low voltage to higher voltage. Okay. And step-down transformer is generally used to reduce the high voltage, high potential, high voltage to lower voltage. Once we see that there is 50 kV or 350 kV lines are there, very big, but there is one transformer there, and then we are taking electricity from that transformer downside. That is step-down transformer. Because we cannot take the electricity direct from the heavy lines. We need to install the step-down transformer. Then we will, let's suppose, step-down transformer. Depend upon its design, okay? Because we are not electrical engineers, so we don't know about this more. There are also some step-down transformer using for some type of, our small electrical appliances here. So step-down transformer generally reduce the working principle is that it reduces the high potential, high voltage to lower voltage, and step-up transformer is increase the lower voltage to higher voltage. It's okay, or we need more explanation? But the more explanation is not necessary.
Okay, yes.
Because there is inside there is coils for step-down transformer side. Let's suppose there are two type of coils. Step down, which have the less potential, there the coil number of turns of coils is less as compared to the other. The other side have more turns. Okay, the step down, which reduce the voltage, it have less turns. So once the electron is coming and it's moving in that one coil, there is some electromagnetic field. Okay, so it have the other side has less coil, so that electromagnetic field it push this side electron and it give energy. So the coil number of turns the coil is less, so it will give you less energy. There is also some one equation, number of turns divided by some voltage. I don't know, I forgot that formula. I studied that long time before, but this is the main principle. The higher voltage side will be high if you want to reduce, and the supply side should more coil. On the other side from which you are taking, it will be the number of turns of the coils will be less. And if you want to increase, you need to make it reverse. Okay. Pendants push button control station with metal. Okay. Pendant push button control. Sometimes we are operating the hoist, electrical hoist. And there is one a remote downside with this operator. From that remote, it's control the hoist. That is called pendant push button control station. Okay.
And expulsion fuses. Expulsion fuses, sometimes we are using a small type of rod, and there's inside one wire. We are using this for the safety of our other equipment. Let's suppose we have one equipment. If the current ampere is increasing, let's suppose from 100 milliampere, your equipment will burn. So here, backside, we have one expulsion fuse. Okay, it installed mainly in every type of equipment, in fridge, and this iron for which we are pressing the our clothes. Okay, in circuits also. So once the sudden increase in ampere occurred, so it will damage, maybe it will create fire, maybe it will burn your appliances. So on the back side we have one small type of fuse, okay, expulsion fuse. Let's suppose if your current increased to 90 ampere, so the capacity of this fuse is 90 ampere, the set limit. After this, it will burn. The fuse will burn only, okay, because there is too much resistance. The resistance of this fuse is too much, so it will burn the fuse. That is called expulsion fuse. So this is overcurrent device. Once the current is over, it will burn, and it will save your equipment. So here the answer is D. And overcurrent device is best defined as expulsion fuse. The other are not overcurrent devices, because expulsion fuse is used for the overcurrent safety. So this is called overcurrent device. Okay.
Yeah, clear.
Yes, yes,
Clear.
Okay. Now, what is the other question?
Okay, wait, I am telling you.
Which one?
We discuss question number 10.
I think this is discussed by the Mushtaq. This the wet and dry and dilute system and projection system.
Yes, yes.
If you want, we will discuss with each other to if someone is confused, because today we have too much time in this question.
Can you briefly explain this briefly? So
Which one?
yesterday question number 10, I not understand it clearly.
Yeah.
So kindly
Question number
briefly.
10. There are some type of piping sprinkle systems: wet system, dry system, projection system, and another is dilute system. And wet pipe system, there is always water inside the piping system. If there is any fire, it will immediately give you the water. Okay. The water is present till the sprinkle. It's only 1 inch difference. Okay. Once the sprinkles open, the water will come. The pressure behind, there is some type of pumps which is using. Once the pressure is reduced, it start automatically. And generally, we are using this on site. If you don't have, uh, the reservoir, and water reservoir is not upside, so the water is not coming directly by its gravity. Okay. So we install our tank downside level very near to the toilets, and we install that pump. I forgot its name, but once the pressure inside the pipe reduce, it start automatic. Okay, and it create that pressure. So again, if you open the tap, it will start again. I forgot it's the pump name. We need to check that. What is the name of that
jockey
pump?
We call it as jockey pump.
Okay, that is jockey pump. Oh, you are here.
Yeah, just now I joined.
Okay, that is jockey pump. Okay, so that jockey pump will always maintain the pressure inside the piping system. Once the sprinkles open by the heat detection, there is one fuse, and when it's mid, it will give you the water.
Generally, this type of system is using, in any area which when there is no chances of freezing of water. Let's suppose if the temperature is down, coming down to minus or up till 0. Okay, I think the critical point for water is 4 degrees centigrade. Below 4 degrees centigrade, this is the critical point of water, a triple point of water. So below triple point of water, triple point mean at that point water, ice, and its vapor state. 3 states are existing at 4 degrees centigrade. So if your temperature is coming below 4 degrees centigrade, there is a chance that there will be ice inside the pipes. But I think the set limit is 0 degrees centigrade. When it's come to the freezing state, then at that environment we need dry pipe system, because if there is if there is water inside the pipe and it's freeze, and if there is any fire occur, the pump will not give you the pressure, because already your pipe system is jammed. So generally we are using this type of system, in the cold environment, just like Canada, some states of America. We can say, let's suppose if you want to install in the northern area of Pakistan or India, in that area we need the dry pipe system. Okay.
Still, you have
Hello?
any doubt in this?
No, it's clear now.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
in this question, the span was explaining too many questions. Okay, because this is the question given to me, but in the detailing it was more. So there we were talking about interlock systems and everything. So that was a little bit lengthier. Otherwise, what happens is whenever there is a sprinkler, whenever it bursts out, so the jockey pump starts. So if more than one sprinkler is breaking, then the diesel pump starts. So the water is there. So this fuse element which is there, that need to get melted out. So by heat or by heat. That's what, it's a simple one.
Move next. What other question was it?
Okay, wait. I am seeing the who. What are the left questions? Please wait. Just a minute.
You can go to the top. We will discuss some other thing. No problem.
Question number 13 and 18. 13 is all of the following are recognized method of smoke management by NFPA, except. So this question was not discussed.
Dispersion, airflow, buoyancy. Can you go to the answers? We need to just read, we need to clear our concept, then we can discuss. But I think it's buoyancy, but we need the clarification of the questions. Okay, it's very clear.
He said that airflow, buoyancy, and
That's air.
compartmentation
Yeah.
dilation are the mechanism of
Com
smoke management. Okay.
Okay, airflow, we need to install some during the smoke management. How we need to remove the smoke from a building. So we need to increase the airflow by a different type of ventilation. Buoyancy, we need to clear about this, that how we need to use the buoyancy for the smoke management. And compartmentation mean, we need to create different type of compartments inside the building. Let's suppose in one compartment there is any fire, the other compartment should not be interfered by that smoke. There are some devices which is automatically closed, some automatically closed doors. I forgot the specific names
Yeah.
now, but there are some type of doors and windows which that compartment separate different entirely from other. Okay, let's suppose we have one corridor and there is one door inside the between that corridor. Okay, so once if there is any smoke, it will automatically close. It will be open always for the movement of the public, but if there is any smoke, it will close automatically, so the smoke will not go to the other compartment. That is called compartmentations. And I'm just a little bit confused about the buoyancy. We need to clear about this, that how we can use buoyancy forces to manage the smoke. And dispersion is just same like dispersion is using in the sprinkle system, how to disperse the water from that sprinkle to suppress the fire.
Okay, it's very nice. So next question is question number 18. Yes, it is also.
What's the location? What should
Electrical machines are not the ignition sources. I think.
several potential ignition sources and information technology equipments.
Can we go for
This
the
question, I think, a
answer?
little bit confusing. We need to check the answer, then we
Yes.
can see, because we did not study its answer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is several ignition sources, because otherwise not. Now we need to read this and we need to expand. Because it does.
Well, explanation is too much elaborated, but something is such as lightning. So what about mean for that? In a first paragraph, prepared maintenance hardware for 4-liter vehicles and net natural causes such as lightning. So
Lightning,
ignition sources
okay.
is there
Once
when
once you are considering the factors, okay, you just remember this is a very, I just learned from my teacher. Once, let's suppose if someone is telling you that consider the sources of, ignition sources and its factor. So for factoring, you need to remember one words, because this is giving a name.
uh, Ishfaq bhai, your voice is break. Ishfaq bhai, your voice is breaking. Hello, your voice is breaking. Hello, Ishfaq bhai, your voice is not clear. No,
Hello, can
hello.
you hear me?
Yes, yes. Now we can.
Okay. Now, if anywhere, if you want to consider the factors for the ignition source or factors for anything, if there is any factors, okay, for factors you need to consider some things. Material from me, okay, material, its environment, okay, its equipments, and I forgot many people remember this, but material, equipment, environment, and place. Place. I forgot the fourth one, but you need to consider the factors now. These four things, material. If you consider the forklift, so inside the forklift, what should be the ignition source? Make
Ishfaq bhai, your voice is not coming properly. I think the internet problem at your end. Ishfaq bhai, Ishfaq bhai, are you listening?
I think we have a problem in his internet. So move to the second questions.
Okay. Okay. Question number 12 is also not discussed.
So I think the answer is 1 minute.
Yes, it's it is
The
1 minute,
the
but
question
how?
number 12, related to the question number 10 also, he discussed that the dry pipe already, all of the network is not energized. Okay, or not pressurized. Just when the alarm come or alarm give signal there is a fire, so the pump or the what you are calling the Gico pump or what I forget what is the name already push all of the water to the network to be energized and the water will flow. And I think this process take 1 minute.
Okay, that's nice. So it is mentioned in NFPA 13 requires that the dry system yes.
Sprinklers.
Okay, for
Sprinkler, if
sprinklers.
you
Or yes, yes.
NFPA 13 related to sprinkler system.
Okay, okay. Now move to the fourth question number 14. It is also not discussed.
He mentioned about how to make testing for the lighting signals and about what is the periodic test requirement. First answer is the 30-second functional test every 30 days or every month, and 1.5 hours test annually. Second is a 30-second functional test monthly. And the number C is 5-minute functional test every 30 days and 1.5 hours test every 1 year. And the last one, 1.5 hours functional test annually. So I will remove D and B because it is only single tests. He gave one monthly and one annually, and he should have monthly inspection and annual inspection. So we'll remove B and D. So the remaining, it will be A and C. Okay. For C, 5 minutes is very huge for monthly basis. Because in this case, you have to suspend everything and you have to operate everything for 5 minutes. It will be take time to take all of the lightings. So also we have to remove C. So the remaining answer will be A. That's what I think.
Okay, okay. Can we see its answer? 14
Take
number.
the answer out. Yes.
Yes, yes, you're right, yes. It's an FBA
But we
chapter
have
states
here
that the
some
functional test
exceptions.
shall be conducted every required emergency lighting system 30 days interval for a minimum 30 seconds. Yes, yes, yeah. Very nice, very nice. So now we will completed the quiz
We have one
section 1
exception.
of domain
I have one exception in this questions.
domain 1.
Okay, no.
Yes, you have.
One exception
We
they have,
completed the
they say
quiz
in
1
this light,
section.
working by battery, you don't need to make it annually because this battery only gives 30 seconds.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. It's nice. So we have completed all the questions in quiz number 1 is already we discussed. Now we will move. Okay, what about this firewall? I- my only
Firewall,
question or understanding is about the
yes, he asking
firewall
about
is
the
about.
ceiling. Yes, about the ceiling between the cylinders. It should be fire resistant or fire rated for how many minutes? It will be 30 minutes. Okay, fire rated. Okay, and it should be at height, as the height of this one, it should be 5 feet. And if you have oxidizer material, it should be stocked at least 20 feet from this fluid or fluid gases or sorry, flammable gases or flammable liquid. As per in LPA.
Okay. My question is that, or my I don't have a knowledge about that. My question is that is there any a firewall rating above 1 hour or 2 hour? For which kind of material this firewall rating is recommended? 1 hour, 2 hour, or it is
If you,
not existed?
yes, if you have read Gibson board, if you are working in hotels like me here now, I am working, we have two types of Gibson boards, green one and the red one. The red one is accepted from the civil defense as 1 hour fire rated, okay? And the fire doors, okay, giving at least 2 hours fire rated. And the outage cladding give 2 hours fire rated also. And then when you want to increase the fire rated, you will install two Gibson board and you will put stone fiber or stone glasses or fiber glasses in between. So in this case, it will give you 2 hours.
Okay, okay. And the application of where is we are using it?
As I said in the hotels, if you are working in some hotel construction hotels, okay, all of the walls and most of the walls have fire rated,
And
and also if you have storage for flammable material, also you have to apply this one. Okay. But you can see visible to your eyes in generally in hotels and offices of the government.
okay. And Mohammed, what about the fire doors? What is the level of fire rating for
Fire
fire
rate
doors?
2 hours. I am now talking with you and in the front on the my door is fire door right now. I will take pictures. I will take pictures and I will send you. In the fire door, it should be have FM tested. Some laboratory approved from the NFPA, okay, should mention or should have the test of this fire door. Okay, the fire doors is 2 hours rated or 2 hours fire rated, and it should mention in the plate, okay, or static plate, mention what is fire door resistant and how to be inspected by that.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Thank you, thank you. So one or two questions are left in quiz number 2, which were not discussed. So the question is, please wait. The question number is 16. Question number is 16. Yes, question number is 16. Which of the following is not considered a phase of emergency management? So it's very easy. See, it is response is there, recovery is there, mitigation is there, litigation is not there. So uh, this question was not discussed, but now
I will go to the another question because I think it is easy question.
yes, yes. But we have remained this, so we are discussing now, na? Okay, question number 13 and 14. These are two also not discussed.
Which fire
Sorry,
tetrahedron?
sorry. Question number 13. 13. Yes, emergency. Which of the panic hardware? Yes, panic hardware is known as
Panic hardware. I think panic it's related the voice. I think breakaway bar of voice.
breakaway. Yes, yes,
Because it is
breakaway
will
on the
generate
doors.
voice.
Yes,
Yes, it
yes,
will
yes.
generate voice.
Yes, panic bar, crush bar, exit device, panic device, push bar. These are all the names. This type of door handle that permits opening the door quickly during the emergency.
So any remaining questions?
No, these 4 questions are which are very much easy are left in quiz 2. So we have completed all the domain questions comprehensively, and everybody participated in. So it's very good for us. So we
So
can
from tomorrow we'll start this ergonomic.
Yes, ergonomics. But before that, we all are to have to submit the question answers as
Okay.
Mr. Abdul Latif is submitted today. So we
I
have
will
to be
try to also.
okay. So if there is not anything which are discussing, then we will close this session today.
I think did you answer the question number 3 in group 1? Because I heard that you are mentioned this question is not answered also.
Yes, you can see this domain for, you can see this assignment. So Jawad already presented it, myself already presented it, you already Muhammad Askar already presented, you already Muhammad, you already presented, and Mr. Ishfaq already presented, Mushtaq Shaikh already presented, or quiz 1 Naman Adil and Abdul Ghaffar is not present. So they have 1 2 2 4 6 7 8 9 questions. So we discuss these now, we already discussed these now. So
Okay.
I think everybody is now covered. These two guys were not present, Numan Adil and Abdul Ghaffar. So I
No
think we
problem.
have comprehensively covered. Yes. So should we hang off
Yes,
or
we will hang
discuss
out.
any
I think we will close today and tomorrow, inshallah, we'll start for original.
okay. So thank you everybody. Thank you Mushtaq Sheikh. Thank you Abdul Latif bhai. Take care.
Okay, bye bye.